What's going on, man? It's NoonieVsEverybody, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Dang.
I'ma clutch this baby, cause I got a feeling. I ain't wasting time, I proceed.
All right, y'all. So we got Noonie off the porch with us today. How are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling cool. I'm chilling, man. How you feeling?
I am feeling good. You know, we are glad to have you on the porch. You just dropped Strictly For The Voiceless. Congratulations. How have you been feeling with the success of your project?
Man, I've been feeling cool. Niggas in the streets, they running that shit up, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, this shit going crazy right now, for real. It's impacting a lot of niggas, for real. Like, everybody relating off that shit and stuff like that. Blogs reposting it. So I've been feeling good about that.
Has your city been showing you love with the project?
Oh yeah, most def. That's A1 for sure.
Now, speaking of your city, you come from the streets of Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes, 216 the land. You know what's going on, man.
Now, they be getting down in Cleveland, like, it's pretty rough out there. So just going back, how would you describe your upbringing?
Shit, like a lot of other people upbringing. My shit was rough, shit, tough making it through, shit like that. But I always had a cool life though. I mean, niggas struggled and shit like that, but it was a cool upbringing. A lot of obstacles a nigga had to face, stuff like that.
Right.
But other than that, I escaped a lot of shit through music, for real, on some honey shit. Yeah.
Now, what would you say is something that Cleveland teaches you very quickly?
How to move. Like, man, you gotta know how to move when you're in Cleveland, otherwise you gonna die, you gonna go to jail, some shit like that. But that's definitely what it taught me, how to move. Especially shit that done happened to my people, stuff like that. How to move, for sure.
Now, I did see that you have a picture on your necklace. If you don't mind, could you tell us who that is on your necklace?
Oh yeah, this is Drew right here. This is my uncle Drew Boom. My nigga, my role model, all that shit. It's my uncle.
And was he like a big inspiration to you, like growing up?
Yeah. He spent like a cool amount of time in jail though, so it was like, I already knew his story and shit why he went, but he was still like on my ass and shit about school and shit, why he was locked up and shit, so it showed me like he really give a fuck about me and shit like that. But like when he got out, we only had like 2 years of reconnecting and shit like that before he died. So, hell yeah, man. This the nigga that is all for real. Like this would really spark, when he died, that sparked that. I had my off moment for the little time being, but then it sparked that shit in me. I was ready to go.
Did he get to listen to your music?
Yeah, actually, Loyalty was one of his favorite songs. He paid for the studio session for me to record the first original shits. Yeah, he paid for the studio session. That was one of his favorite songs, man. He fucked with my music heavy. He thought wasn't nobody fucking with me. Like even at a young age, he definitely fucked with my music heavy.
Now, just going back into your background a little bit, there was a statement that I read over you, and it spoke about how your neighborhood wasn't really peaceful. So how were you able to create that peace for yourself?
Shit. I mean, I always had a spot, like the basement was my spot. Like everybody got that spot that they go and they get some type of peace. But the basement was my spot. And whenever I went in the basement, I just go down there and shit. I just write and shit. I had hella notebooks. Had like 4, 5, 6 of them motherfuckers. I don't even know what happened to them, but I had hella notebooks and I just go in the basement. I talk about that shit on my documentary episodes too that's finna come out. But I just go in the basement, writing hella notebooks and shit, just writing hella songs, shit like that. That was my coping process. So whatever I felt, whatever was the deal, I just go down there and write that shit. Man, on some real shit though, like these niggas be capping, but that's real shit, I swear.
Yeah, you know the cap is real, very much so. Now, you know we gotta ask you, at what age would you say you officially jumped off the porch?
Man, shit, I ain't gonna fake. At like, it was when my uncle died, for real. Cause before he died, like, I was really just, music was all I was focused on. Like, nigga, like all my friends, like we ain't had no problems with nobody, everybody cool with everybody, all that shit. And after he died, it's like, really shit just started escalating, all type of different forms, situations, problems, more people dying, shit like that. So, like 13, on some real shit, man. Like 13, hell yeah.
What would you say was like a really big life lesson that you learned with your time off the porch?
You can't trust everybody on everything. Like, a lot of people say that too, but I don't know what their situations was, but I know for a fact you can't trust everybody. And you gotta make sure who you do something for, you know that they 100% got you. You feel me? Like, you gotta make sure. Shit like that.
Right.
But definitely about niggas not, everybody not for you. Yeah.
And I know that you are a man of strong morals and principles, loyalty being a big thing for you.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
just talk about the importance of loyalty to you and what it truly means.
Man, it's like a big thing because like that shit running my blood though, like through generations and shit. Like, you just can't trust everybody, so cause it be like your situations that you done witnessed, whoever you done lost, shit like that, that meant a lot to you and shit like that. So that make all that shit cut off in such a way. So I just feel like loyalty mean everything to me because I'm gonna get that shit to you 100% if I really fuck with you, you feel me? Like, on some real shit. So I just feel like, yeah, that shit mean everything. It's not even really a way you could describe that shit for real. That's why when a lot of niggas be trying to describe it, they get tongue-tied of shit, cause you really gotta just show it. That's all it is.
Man, that's, we finna be in church right now. But like on some real stuff, I think that, you know, a lot of people speak on loyalty, and like you mentioned before how loyalty is like in your family, it's the same way with me. Like, you know, I learned loyalty with my siblings, like my parents, like that's like loyalty is like real. Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie, like when somebody do some disloyal stuff to me, I just cannot shake that. Like, I'm like,
on everything,
I cannot shake the fact that you are not loyal. Like, why are you not loyal?
Real shit though, no cap.
Now, with that being said, you know, as you enter the music industry, you will most likely have to deal with that at times.
Hell
have you
yeah.
been kind of prepping yourself on like how to handle certain situations?
I ain't go fake, man. Like, not everybody can go with you, shit like that, but I'm at the point with a lot of motherfuckers like that I really love, shit like that, and I will hopefully, I know, but I will hopefully think they got me, like, you feel me, like how I'm thinking they do. So I ain't gonna fake. When I first signed my deals, like some situations I had to let go because it was like, niggas don't want the best for you for real if they ain't got it, shit like that. So I had to let a lot of shit go when I first signed my deal, but they say only the strong survive, so I feel like the ones that's around me now, them the ones that I'm gonna go far with, shit like that.
Right, yeah, because they were there with you throughout your journey.
Because I already cut the other motherfuckers off.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So do you believe that people could love you but not be loyal to you?
You said, do I believe people can love you but not be loyal to you? No, hell no. Because I feel like if you say you love some, nah. Cause that's just like the situation with like if you got a girl, like how can she love you but not be loyal to you? And they just don't.
But you know, people be cheating though.
Yeah, so then you don't really love each other, you feel me?
Right,
So,
yep.
love is not, that shit ain't really even just a word, that's just a strong meaning though. Like, only niggas like who really love somebody, they know that shit don't read. Oh God. No, I don't believe that.
Right. What advice would you give to any youth in your city who feel like they can't make it out?
Don't stop. You can. On God. You just gotta believe in yourself more than you willing for other niggas to believe in you. Cause that was really one of the hardest things for me. I was looking for everybody else to believe in me when I really just had to believe in myself, do all that shit myself, push myself to the farthest point. But I say, cause I be having this problem with niggas, my little brothers, all that shit. Niggas don't wanna post, but wanna go somewhere, you feel me? Like, it's everybody wanna rap, do all that shit, but then when it come time to posting, rapping in front of the camera, post that shit on the ground. Oh, no, I ain't trying to do that shit. No, you can't be like that, you gotta post, man. But the thing what it is, like, don't post no corny shit that you feel like corny, that you not fucking with. Right. You gotta post some shit that you 100% fuck. Like, I'm trying to put that shit in a way. You gotta fuck with some shit.
You gotta promote yourself.
Yeah, you gotta promote yourself. Don't look for nobody else to do it harder, because then when it comes to the time, they gonna want they big, large percent.
Right.
Feel like they did that
right.
shit. But yeah, man, you could do it. You could definitely do that shit too. No cap. And
now,
post.
I'm sorry, what were you about to say?
You good and just post, man.
Now, speaking of promoting yourself, you were posting freestyles on YouTube.
Yeah.
So talk to us about the journey with that.
Man, when I was a young nigga, man, I used to want to, you know about the show The Rap Game?
Yes, with Jermaine Dupri.
Oh my God, man. I used to want to be on that shit though, I swear to God. Like, I used to post the shit, everything used to say, like, I used to post shit, tell the niggas tag them, all that shit. And I used to do that shit heavy, like, make them bitches, but all of them used to be like hard though, no cap. And then I used to have like 1,000 comments of them tagging this nigga and all type of shit. But it was one on there, I had a red beater. I was in my backyard. I was rapping a remix to some Lil Wayne shit. That bitch had like 700,000 views.
Really?
On YouTube, hell yeah. And I made a mistake, it took it off. It was about to touch a mil, no cap. It was about to touch a mil. And I made a mistake, it took it off. But hell, I used to do them bitches when I got bored, but I used to watch the show and I seen everybody else, what they was getting out that shit. I wanted that shit too, man. It was a whole bunch of little kids around the world that wanted that shit too. I want that shit no more.
So would you say the YouTube freestyles that you were posting, did they help create a buzz for you within your city?
For sure. They definitely, like, cause Instagram was the main platform, like, a lot of niggas ain't even know about my YouTube for real. So, yeah, everybody just got tapped in with me through Instagram, like reposting my shit and shit like that. So I was starting to get followers. I was starting to get heavy followers and shit. And everybody was just starting to know me and shit like that. And plus, I was always a clown in school and shit, like nigga that's joking around.
Yeah.
So the whole school know him and shit like that. So I always had that, like, people know me and shit.
Now, when do you feel you personally make the best music?
When I'm alone in the studio, just me and the engineer. Like, I done made some masterpieces, like, I got so much music, when I really start dropping, niggas gonna be like, man, this nigga is so different. Like, they gonna be like, man, this nigga, man, crazy. Cause I be really doing that shit, like, and it's not a problem. I go in that bitch in an hour, I could probably produce like 3-4 songs, shit like that. I've been doing that for a while, so. When I'm alone in the studio, just me and the engineer, I feel like that's when I make my best music.
And speaking of you being different, I think that's what really, like, you know, had you on my radar, and I kept you on my radar, because whenever Muyed, shout out to Muyed, was showing me your music, I was like, this dude is different. So I'm like, when is the project coming out? What are we doing? Like, what's going on? So I really love that you are different, and you're really, really setting a tone for yourself as an artist.
No, I appreciate that, man, because that's really what it's all about though. Like a thing I was heavy on when I used to make music was I ain't like to listen to a lot of niggas songs and shit like that, cause I ain't want they flow to try to come over here. I wanted to create my own flow. And I ain't gonna fake, it took a while doing that shit though, cause I ain't used to melodize, I used to just straight rap and shit like that. Like
Right.
the bars, all that shit. So it really took a while for that shit, I ain't gonna fake, like then the melody started coming in, I started learning how to do that shit. I started learning which mics I liked the best, shit like that, which one sounded the best. And then it's just like now, it's crazy.
Right.
No cap.
How would you say Cleveland really molded you and your music as an artist?
Man, it's somebody like in Cleveland that everybody like. I feel like the melody in Cleveland came from Bone Thugs and Harmony. And that's another group that I used to listen to a lot. And my mom and them, they all used to listen to that shit. Barbecues, all that, playing Bone Thugs. So, you know, like you just walk around the house and you just sing something. That's really how I learned how to melodize on some real shit. Cause I used to just, in the shower or something, be rapping that shit. My mom like, boy, that actually sound good. I ain't go like on everything. Yeah. So that's really Bone Thugs for real. They got an impact on me. I fuck with them.
Oh shoot, that's a good influence to have.
On God, cause I fuck with Bone Thugs heavy for real, man. They different too.
Who else would you say is like a musical influence for you outside of them?
I mean, it's a lot of niggas around the city. I ain't go fake though. I ain't gonna say a musical influence, but I feel like we all on different type of timing though. Like No Love China, shout out to him. Doughboy, I fuck with Doughboy heavy. I was just at his party a couple months ago. Shout out to him. Shit. Yeah, like everybody doing their own thing, and there's really a lot of talent in Cleveland that a lot of people look past and shit, cause all they think about is some money, shit like that. But there's a lot of talent in Cleveland for sure. We need to have a showcase or some shit there, a big ass showcase so everybody can see.
You could be the one to throw it.
I'm gonna throw that bitch for sure too. No cap.
Do you feel like pursuing music right now, is that your purpose?
Yeah. That's like, cause I ain't never been a nigga that like basketball, football, like that was never a gamer nigga. That was never none of my shit, so I just always liked to rap, so hell yeah. Cause I feel like that's what I'm the strongest at right now. Like can't nobody fuck with me in that shit right now. Like, it's just like I know that's what I got, I can't fuck up. I got it on lock type shit, so hell yeah. I'll forever love music.
And what has your journey looked like, you know, doing this independently?
You talking about before I got signed?
Yes.
All right, so before I got signed, I ain't gonna fake. It was crazy though, cause I was like, it was hella niggas like I was getting in situations where they're telling me, don't do this for me, ain't do that shit. But it was just all about you gotta be in shit to learn from it, keep going, shit like that. Cause being in them situations, all them situations, like niggas know like you can't depend on the next man to do nothing for you.
Right.
None of that shit. And I learned that shit at an early age, like super early age. Like, mentality always get some money, cause I ain't never even used to like asking my mama for money because I knew she ain't have it for real, shit like that. So I just wanted to go get that shit, got that shit, give her some money, shit like that. So yeah.
It really like, I feel like being an independent artist, it brings out a different type of grind in you.
It do, because it's like you trying to get there. So you trying to get somebody to notice you. You trying to get somebody to, so you will really like give your all to the shit, for real, for real. But the difference between a lot of niggas is like they so good in the beginning, but then when they get the shit, it's over with. They ain't good no more, shit like that. So it's really all about getting that shit and keeping that shit. You just gotta stay on your grind, shit like that.
Now you in the game like really early, like you were at an early age.
Hell yeah.
So how are you able to stay grounded right now and not get lost in the sauce?
My manager. Shit. Man, my manager, my mama, my grandma, my brothers. Like, I feel like the people I got around me, ain't nobody gonna let me get lost in the sauce. Like, I probably be hella stubborn at times and shit, don't wanna listen to nobody, but at some point I'm gonna listen, cause everybody can't be faking to you, shit like that. So, yeah, I feel like my managers, my management team, everybody, like, ain't nobody gonna let me get lost in the sauce, cause it's too much on the line, you feel me? What I come from, it's too much shit on the line, so.
And you're so humble, oh my gosh.
Hell
You are
yeah.
so humble. You gotta keep that though, and I feel like you will, because you just real cool. I can feel your spirit from over here. You real chill.
I am though, like, I don't be liking to do too much, cause it's not no need for it.
Right.
On God.
So how do you feel about the current music state that we're in?
Like with my project releasing this shit.
Well, just like in general of how, like, you know, it's a lot of different artists right now. It's a lot of different genres going around. How do you personally feel about the music scene?
I feel like on some real shit, like the blogs and shit, like, a lot of niggas hate that shit, but that's what's keeping this shit alive at the same time, for real, for real. Cause it's a lot of niggas that you would not know about if they ain't get posted on academics or say cheese, shit like that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's how I feel. Like, it's niggas out there that's doing their thing though. They grind and they sound good, shit like that. They just gotta keep it going and don't sound good and sound the same forever. Change it up, switch that shit up. But yeah, man, you can't. But it is some blogs out there that be mixing niggas' names in the wrong shit,
yes,
doing too much shit like
mess.
that. But for the most part of it, if it really wasn't no blogs and shit like that, like, niggas wouldn't be valid and known for real like that no more. Right now in today's age, I feel like.
Damn, you know what? I meant to ask you what's the meaning behind your rap name, NoonieVsEverybody. Okay.
So, man, I was at the stage where I was trying to find a rap name. Like, when I first, in the beginning of my deal and all that shit. Cause what I had, I couldn't keep it, so I had to find something else. So I tried to have it go to Noonie. I couldn't even keep it as that. Mm-hmm. Cause it was Looney Tunes in the beginning. Like, that was my old nickname, like, from a young nigga. That's what I picked. But that's what it was in the beginning. So I couldn't keep that because of Looney Tunes. It was copyrighted. Then I tried to go to Noonie, just Noonie. I couldn't keep that. It was copyrighted too, so I had to put something after. I just feel like, you know, I'm versus everybody. Like, who on my side for real, except for the people that's on my side. On everything, so. I'm versus everybody, so Noonie versus everybody. That shit was some hard shit. It's different too. Ain't nobody got nothing like that on everything.
I know I popped it off talking about everybody loves Noonie. Everybody loves Noonie. My apologies, okay? But that's gonna be like your little joke, like everybody loves Noonie. Now we gotta get into your project, Strictly For The Voiceless. Talk about what this project means to you.
Man, really though, like, I've been cheerful for like 3 days about that shit, cause it mean a lot for real, cause this is my first ever project. Through all the songs I got, all the shit I recorded, and I've been rapping for so long. People been telling me like, bruh, put a project out. It's all about timing though. So that's what I really feel like. Niggas been, it just mean the world, cause this shit my first ever project. And it's so hard, it came together so good, the rollout was perfect. And nobody roll out fucking with it for real.
Right,
like,
yeah.
On everything, so it mean everything, man, no cap.
How important do you feel it is to rap about your story, the things you've been through, and where you come from?
I think it's real good because that's what make me, like, that's the part of me that sit with me and be like, it make me feel relieved at all times because I know I'm staying true to myself, you feel me? And I'm doing what I know I want to do. And I ain't faking nothing for nobody. I ain't trying to do nothing to make nobody else happy, which in some situations I probably am, but that's what I just know I'm staying true to myself and I'm producing the music, making the music that I want when I'm going in there, that shit coming off my chest, you feel me? So I know, like, man, that song ain't no bad song to me. I made that shit. That's what I was feeling. So that's just the best part of it, for real, for real.
Now, what you say is your favorite track on Strictly for the Voiceless?
My mama just asked me this shit the other day. Man. Through all, it's gonna always be Loyalty.
Right.
Cause that's like one of the first songs I made from on there, but really, for real, it's Got a Feeling. I love that song. I ain't gonna fake. When I first made that song, we had that bitch on repeat in the spot for I don't even know how long, but it was just playing every day. So it's definitely that. And Drain. Love that motherfucker too. Loyalty, Got a Feeling, and Drain. They're my 3 favorite songs on that motherfucker.
So with this project, what would you say was like a major inspiration behind it? And even the title, like Strictly for the Voiceless, that's real interesting to me.
I feel like for not having a project, I really had to brain bust on what I wanted my first shit to be. So I wanted to be the most powerful, impactful shit to myself that I feel like. So I really just feel like one of them, it was really my uncle dying. I ain't gonna fake. It's just a lot of motherfuckers out there who trying to do something, who really going through it in their head, because I know I was one of them, who really going through it in their head like, man, I know my shit hard, and ain't nobody trying to listen to me. Ain't nobody trying to take time to invest in me or do no shit like that. So what I'm really just, some songs, it's about a whole nother topic, but for the most part of it, a lot of them songs will motivate you. It'll make you feel some type of way about yourself. You keep listening to them motherfuckers that you can go work out to one of them. You can do whatever, you feel me? Like, I just wanted to get that type of vibe for my first mixtape. Cause I wanted the people, I do care about the people, you feel me? So,
Yes, I love that.
yeah, I wanted to send a message.
And when you titled it, I think it's the Voiceless at the end that really like catches me and catches my attention. When you decided to add that at the end of it, what did that mean to you?
I think that's what make it stand out for everybody. Like even me, I think that's what make it what it is. Like when you say it or when you hear it, like how it hits you. Cause the voiceless part is just like, that's the whole meaning of it. That's the whole meaning in the songs and shit like that. It's the whole meaning of it, for real, for real. Like when somebody asks me to explain what it means, that's what I'm gonna explain to them.
Right.
What I did it for, the voiceless, shit like that.
Now you did drop 2 visuals. We got Hood Chronicles and we also got your visuals for Loyalty.
Oh yeah.
You also got this docuseries coming out. You got some stuff coming out. So talk to us about your future goals as an artist and everything else that we can expect from you this year.
Man, it's really about to get crazy, man. It's about to get stupid out this motherfucker, I swear to God, cause my goals for real is just really like, for one, get into that bag. And for 2, I'm trying to elevate my sound. Like, I know I'm gonna do that shit cause it's already like, I'm trying to elevate cause I do that shit with every song. Like I elevate it to some different shit. I don't want it to sound like the last song. So I'm trying to elevate my sound and shit like that. Probably hop on some different type feeling beats that ain't nobody ever thought of type shit. That's what I'm trying to go into a fire direction with this music shit. But I got so many songs that whatever I make now, niggas might probably not get it for a little while.
Uh-oh.
So it's gonna be a while, man. Cause I got hella songs. I got so many songs, but I feel like niggas gonna enjoy Noonie. Like, I'm be one of them artists that niggas gonna be like, man, you probably can't even get tired of listening to his music cause shit just so fire. I know I don't get tired of listening to my shit. I do sometimes, but for the most part, I don't. Yeah, man.
And your docuseries too, you can't, look, you gotta break that all down because we want to know what's going on up in that thing.
Man, that's what's gonna tell everybody. Everybody gonna feel like when they walk away from watching that shit, they gonna feel like they know me more, cause that's definitely the shit. Like, it's 4 episodes, 4 interludes on the soundtrack, but they come from the episodes broken down, edited and shit like that, the best parts. But it's gonna touch people though. Cause I'm going around my city and shit like that, and I'm showing people where it all started at. Like Kanye shit, but my shit coming out sooner than what he did. His shit really impactful, I'ma say that shit too. But I'm basically just going around my city, my old job, old school, neighborhood, showing my family, just everything. Like the basement I spoke about where I wrote, all that shit. Like old job I worked at, like I'm just showing everybody a part of me, showing them why you can do this shit too, you feel me? Like I ain't just gonna say it, I showed people too. But I feel like each episode like 4 minutes long, people gonna fuck with that. They gonna really fuck with that, I ain't gonna lie. Cause it's some real shit and you can't deny no real shit.
Ever, okay? Now, before we wrap up Noonie, do you have any last words or shout outs?
Man, I do. Shout out to Land, man. Shout out everybody from the Land, all the upcoming artists and shit. Y'all can do this shit too, man. Same thing. Go stream that Strictly For The Voiceless too, man. Cause that shit fire. Y'all know y'all need that, man. Let's go.
I'ma clutch this baby, cause I got a feeling. I ain't wasting time, I'm proceeding to the millions. I just